see. We do appear to be live. YouTube says we have somebody here in chat, but YouTube sometimes lies on that score, so if you want to say hi, let me know things are working. Yeah. So right now I'm just going through properly naming all my lines finally, mostly just to help me get refamiliarized with the map. It's been a little bit too long since I've last been online, as you guys probably know. But yeah, as I said, I barely remembered what half of the lines even were, just because it's been so long, and I just wanted to go in and see. It looks like I actually have two. That's odd. Yeah, it looks like I actually have multiple lines that run refined oil all the way up to Xiamen, which does not seem right. I'm gonna leave that pulled up for a little bit. And then this one. Okay. But yeah, yeah, this is kind of weird for me getting back into this. I'd wound up being out of it for so long, but yeah. But oop, I got complete. Yeah, and this is a little bit indicative though of one of the reasons that I wound up being out of it so long is I'm not very good yet at playing the game and talking to you guys and staying entertaining simultaneously, and I just felt like I wasn't doing a very good job and couldn't really build up the motivation to just jump on and stream. But I decided that tonight, lack of motivation be darned, I was gonna stream. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so it says here that we do have a viewer in right now, so in case you haven't been previously following my stuff, this is basically intended to be an achievement rush. The goal here is I basically realized that I'd played a decent amount of Transport Fever 2, but since I was always doing modded, I had effectively none of the achievements. So I'm just playing a vanilla game here in the hopes that I can get just a bunch of them and not feel like a complete disgrace not even having the basic achievements. See, I've got a decent few of them, but I'm just wanting to keep playing this game through and get most of them. So, yeah. But yeah, I said it's been probably what, like, oh geez, like almost 2 months now since I last actually played on this map. Geez, I hadn't realized it was quite that. Wow. Anyway, though, it's been a while, so yeah, I'm probably not going to come across as being very articulate yet, but yeah, I'm gonna get better as I get back into it. But yeah, anyway though, Sue, anyway, so I noticed there that we had, it looked like 2 lines coming up here to drop off oil. So no. So we've got, okay, so we've got that one going from food to plastic. We've got that one that's going between hub there and Xiamen. And then I guess we had a separate one that was bringing the oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, so I thought for some reason this was going all the way up to Xiamen, but it isn't. This is going from the oil well here to the refinery and dropping it off at the hub on the way back up. That makes a lot more sense. To Ankara hub. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna promise because I promised before and was wrong that I might go through and finish the renaming, but I also might just not. I don't know. That's the main reason I went ahead and did that renaming tonight, was because I just needed to refamiliarize myself with what was going on. But anyway, though, so the last thing I was working on was I was getting this goods factory hooked up. So the stuff from this steelworks, theoretically, which is not yet producing at all, but theoretically that steelworks is going to come back on this train, switch to this train, which will drop that and the let's see, do we want to do one that goes clear through and back, or do we want to do a point to point? Let's do clear through and back. It'd be nicer. So yeah, and if we look inside of that tunnel, no, oh yeah, and I was just gonna leave that be single track the, yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be single track the whole way too, because it was just gonna be a single train that's gonna go from there to there to there and then all the way back. So yeah, that's right. There we go. I'm getting back into things. Okay, so yeah, we've got it going to there, and now we need to get the line pushed on up to the goods factory, and also we need to hook in the steel. And before we bother hooking in the steel, we need to start getting ore and coal into it. So I was going to do just that ore and just that coal, I believe. Yeah, and then that ore and that ore, and those two coals go to that one. Yes. So yeah, that's what I was going to do. And I think that the easiest thing here is going to be to just run a little short shipping line just across the channel there. And then have a, see, I don't have cargo trams because this is not modded. So probably a truck it back into the station, or let's check our navigable waters. I could always run a triangular cargo truck. Oh yeah, that whole thing is navigable. So yeah, I could run, or not cargo ship. I could run a ship from in there to there to there and back, and that would connect it up with the station here. Yeah, we're going to do that. So let's get that bit of road out the way, and we need ships and cargo and large. Yeah, there we go. M and N. Yeah, just needing to refamiliarize myself from the controls a little bit. That'll do us. Let's get this road put back in. My mouse still acting up. Yeah, for some reason, not like any of the other stuff, but just the click function on my mouse is acting up. Like, it doesn't like to hold down clicking for some odd reason. So I'm having to be extra careful with things like that. Let's see, we need to squeeze past there, which will connect us in. And there we go. And yep, and that's connected up to everything. There we go. And then we'll need another harbor in here to connect to there. This should be a direct connection. And I'm probably going to want to go back in and widen that just for the sake of prettying it up a little bit. But for now, this really is intended to be a very much just a like utilitarian grab the achievements type playthrough. So I might just, go with the it works, I'll leave it opinion on that one. But I don't know. For now, let's just get them in, and I can play with prettying it up later. Yeah, once this is done, or once this entire playthrough is done, I'm either going to try again with doing something in City Skylines, or potentially go with doing like a modern day, or not a fully modern day, but like a more modern Transport Fever 2 playthrough. And I need to. Oh wow, that is okay. That's fully clipping in. I'm gonna have to just entirely delete that road, but I'm gonna put it back in. I'm just gonna. I'm just not gonna. This is what I meant about my mouth, by the way. I'm not actually releasing the button on it, but for whatever reason, it just does that instead of actually holding down the click. But whatever, I guess. We're just going to go in there and squeeze in between those. Yeah, there we go. Nope, it doesn't want to snap a nice curve on the end, so I'll come to there. And actually, let's go ahead and bring this just clear up and just connect it in to this road, and then we'll let that other one connect eventually. There we go. And it should automatically connect that across at some point. But for now, that'll do. That's connected to that. So yeah, I can now put in my ship line, which I need to do from here. Line from there to there to there. And I'm going to try and keep up with renaming. This is going to be first thing, it's a ship freight line. That'll help keep the lines organized once I have them all done. And it's going to be Taichung Steel Shuttle is probably most appropriate, because it's running the ore to the steel and it's just shuttling around the steel products. Anyway, let's get at least one good size ship on there. Yeah, that's a bit of a hike from there. And I did decide I was going to go ahead and not try and do my minimum depots thing. Yeah, I usually like to try and have like one depot of each type in nice centralized areas. I find that it lets you have like one main city that your network spreads out from and looks really cool. But this isn't about that. This is about just playing the game as a game. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't quite got the next ship, so yeah, we're just gonna have to go with a probably let's see. Although I could use Klondikes. They have more capacity, more top speed, but less loading speed, and more cost. In this area, I think Denara castles are best because they won't really have a lot of time to get up to speed. Yeah, we'll just whack 2 of those on. And that ought to cover that line. We'll want to come back to that and check the rates. For now, we also need to get the coal in, which is up here. And I don't think a shipping line would work as well with that. I think we'll want to go rail. Bring the coal in, and we could also share tracks with a line, or potentially. Actually, if we get let's see, what's the terrain like? Yeah, it'd be cutting right through that foot of the mountain, though. If I tried to put a station between it, and that would be a bit ridiculous. Although, actually, there's a thought. We could do a single mixed consist from here into there somewhere, maybe come in like that, and then run the ore or run the coal out on that line as well, because this line is having a lot of different trains on it. It's got trains that haul mostly that are mostly state cars, and I've also got 1 or 2 on there that are mostly, yeah, like this one here is mostly tankers. And so I guess we could just add another train on there that's mostly gondolas to run the coal down. I think I might just go ahead and do that. I think it would come out looking cool. Yeah, and there is still plenty of room there on that platform that runs all this stuff. So sure, yeah, let's go for it. So we'll take this line, and let's see. So they each have 36 wagons on them. So yeah, 36 wagons. That random extra box car for some reason. No, okay, that's so yeah, box cars. That let's yeah, apparently that box car is just completely surplus. Yeah, I'll leave it on. I probably put it on for a reason. And if nothing else, it has no real reason to take it off. But anyway, so what's the power on these guys though? Details. So this is power of 600. So we want something with 600 power and 36 of the older wagons. So let's see. We can probably yeah, we actually can't quite do it all in one engine. So let's see. We don't exactly need top speed that much, but I think we'll go with 2 of these. And actually, since this line goes back and forth with no turnaround, I like to put them either end. Actually, since it flips, that doesn't really matter. I don't like the flipping, but whatever. And then we need 36, not flat cars, 36 gondolas. That feels like too many. Because didn't it say like 250 some capacity? Yeah, let's buy it and see how many weigh. No, that's only 21. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, and we might wind up swapping out some of those cars for something different, but for now, this goes on that one. And for now, that'll just have nothing on it, but now it's time to hook up that one. It'll bring even more logs into here, some of which are being shuttled up to there, and then oh yeah, no, and some of which are being shuttled up to there, to this lumber mill. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put in a big cargo station because those guys were probably close to this length. Although I shouldn't need that long actually, considering how. Oh, it's gonna have to have double the capacity. We'll start with 240 and make it longer if need be. And actually, if I do this right, I might actually be able to direct connect to both of them. I put this about, let's go with about there, but sink it into the ground a little bit because it is still a little bit on the foot of that mountain. Yeah, and it's going to take a big bite into the mountain, but that puts it at a nicer final elevation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure it. And for the buildings, we're just going to have a single loading bit right at each end. And then I can take the roads, which should be just the dirt country roads. And this will just go hug the mountain and go right up to there, which should, if I actually bring it all the way in, connect it up there. Yep. And then I'll take this one, and if I can actually do it right, and my mouse doesn't do anything too screwy. But anyway, so okay, we want it to come from there to there. Thank you. And so that'll go to there. And then for the track, we should only need one. And that needs to just squeeze through there. And I'm going to want to merge it into that section, and we'll give it a let's see. If there's a spare platform on that station, I'll just use that. If not, I'll have to add yet another extra station bit to this ridiculous little complex. Because unfortunately, you can't really make stations with different bits that branch off in different random directions. They have to, all be right in parallel. Man, the junction work around here is just getting ever more ridiculous. Oh, really, you stupid. Yeah, I 100% need to look into getting a better mouse. The quantity of technical difficulties I've had on this channel is just shocking. You know what? I'm gonna try something real unusual. If I can find where I set it. So my tablet or my laptop is a touchscreen laptop, and I just got a fairly high-end stylus today. So I'm gonna see if I can actually. Nope, that's not happening. Okay, worth a shot. Yeah, I was gonna see if I could play Transport Fever using touchscreen controls. I knew it was a ridiculous idea from the get-go. I just wanted to see if I could do it anyway. There we go. That'll have to do me. And I'm not going to make this double slip, because this area is already clogged up enough without doing anything ridiculous like that. Hello. Okay. Well, doesn't seem to want to merge in, doing ridiculous things. I'm going to bring it out to there-ish, and then I'll bring it in. I did not say I would do that. I said I would bring it in. There you go. Okay, but yeah, and then that'll get that hooked up. And this section there will just be both ways, because I should only need a single train with the mixed consist to run that. And then it needs to stop just right up in there. And then we'll put in an additional signal just there, and one back just a little bit so that we don't have our trains whacking into each other on that switch. Yeah, this section of track is just a complete, it's a wonderful mess, but it's a mess nonetheless. I mean, you have the depot access blasting through there, and then that merges in, then depot access, then splitting some more, then this ridiculousness of splitting and merging, going to that station and that station. Then that one's just across the road with the. I mean, honestly, the thing is though, and I find this mildly ridiculous, is that this sort of like chaotic feel is what I always want to have in the like main city type theme of most of my stuff. Basically, everything being kind of crammed into one place and built on top of itself layer by layer. But instead, I wind up with just, things more like this, like a single perfect mega station. I mean, usually bigger than this, mind you, but I wind up with like just a single beautiful mega station. And I need to start intentionally doing my builds with just a bunch of smaller stations and just build it up as the need occurs. So I wind up with things like this. Like I have this one that needed to be a bit catty corner and back a bit further to hook up to the refinery, but it needed to still hook up to this stuff. But then I needed more platforms that I couldn't squeeze in. So I added this, and then I needed one going 90 degrees, so I added this, but it still needed to all be connected. So I added all these crazy roads and stuff. And I don't know. It's glorious chaos in this area, and I love it. Anyway, so first things first, let's see, terminals here. We do have an unused terminal as well, so yeah, we can use terminal 1, which, actually, just looking at that, actually, just to avoid congestion, what I should actually do is I'll leave terminal 1 hooked into there, but what I'll actually do to avoid congestion is I'll take a second, I'll branch it off there, if my mouse will play nice. Then I'll branch it off there. One more try, mouse. I'll branch it off there and bring it up. Sure, you can touch the other track there, but I'll separate it out so that instead of going and shoving its way across the main line and causing all sorts of problems. And I'll remove the extra switches while I'm at it, and just congesting everything up. It can just go straight on in and just be separated, but it'll still get its depot access from the main line, which, yeah, that'll work out a lot nicer in the long run, I think. Come on. There we go. And snap in. Boom. So yeah, now that line is just completely separated other than getting its depot access from here. And that's still gives the same sort of glorious tangled chaos. And actually, I think that honestly, just for aesthetics sake, I doubt I'm ever actually going to use this, but come on, snap in. Fine, I'll do it the other way. But just because I think it will give that sort of chaotic, everything accesses everywhere look. And yes, I know that didn't actually connect in the way I wanted it to, but I can go back and do this. But just for that, chaotic, everything has access to everything else look, I'm going to go ahead and put in a bit that goes through there. And actually, I'll do this bit separate. And come on. And boom. And so, yeah, it does still access into the main line there, but it mostly just diverges there. Yeah, I think I like that. It preserves the chaos while also, being more functional. Anyway, though, so let's do this with, so our most powerful engine, which is this one, the OB. At least I don't think we haven't got anything new. So we'll have an OB, and then we'll need gondolas and flat cars. And we only have the old, oh no, we do have the next size up, which can go a bit faster, which these can. Actually, what is the top speed of the OBs? Only 60. So we would actually get an extra 10 kilometers an hour top speed, but I'm guessing I'm going to be overburdening this, so it's going to crawl. So I'm just going to go with the smaller ones anyway. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do 15 of each to start with. Let's see. And that should be 15 of each. Yep. And we'll chuck this. Oh, we need to make the new line. And speaking of which, I think that might have been what was wrong with the new train I put on this line, was I used the new cars accidentally. And let's see. Yeah, it has the new gondolas, which that's why it had so much more capacity, because those are bigger cars. See, I'm going to just delete them all real quick. And then add 36 little gondolas. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, there we go. Now that line's actually properly balanced. And we'll get a new line, and it'll come from the last available platform there up to there. Yep. And it doesn't tangle with any of that, but this junction still looks beautifully chaotic. And actually, no, it already dips in there. I was going to say it might be more beautiful chaos to add in an extra connection there, but now that's just going overboard. Anyway, we'll put our latest train onto our latest line, which it's going to have to wait for a gap in the main line to be able to come out. We need another. Oh, okay, that's the problem there, is that's so far back in there, the crossover for this. Yeah, we can put a crossover more like here, and then the signal to go with it. And that should let the trains approach a bit closer. Yeah, because we've got our main line here pretty badly clogged. Although there is plenty of space. So once things even out a bit more. I wonder where that's trying to get to. I bet you that's bringing ore from there to here to put it on to there, which is then going to take it. Oh, that's ridiculously convoluted, which then is going to take it up to there, which will then take it up to there. Oh, wow, that is very roundabout. Jeez. Although what that does mean, though, is that this will actually help balance a bit, because this can take or from here all the way down to here, use that line to bring it back to here, where it will then be picked up and taken to here, and that's both ore and coal. So that should fully balance this, actually. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before there's a break in all these trains waiting here so that this guy can get out. That's going to be an issue. Hmm. Hmm. What I might have to do is send this guy. Yeah. Because this entire section is now being clogged up by how fast things are loading at this station. And could I get that any further back? I doubt I could squeeze. Maybe. Let's see if I could. I know the train doesn't quite make it all the way into the station, but I could extend the station a bit more. Nope. That just, for a variety of reasons, is just not happening. I could get that back just a smidge more. That still wouldn't be enough to quite. Oh, what I need is a signal there. Yeah, one right there. And while I'm at it, one right there. So he should now be reserving that block, which means that the next train to come through this way will wait before there. Then he can go through, nip across the main line, pop out there, and into his platform there. Yep, there we go. See, our little mixed consist here is finally getting to sneak his way out. And that guy's going to have to wait for him. Yeah, and these guys are using a lot of the old engines that we have, but they can all go fast enough to meet the demands of this bit of line. That's actually why I just went ahead and put the older wagons on the train on the new trains here is because this section is never going to have to go faster than 50 kilometers an hour. So there's no point in doing more than that. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Although, actually, no, it's not. So, not so long. Ooh, wait, no, can he get over? Ooh, dear. No, he's not. Oh, no, he actually can nip through that segment and get up to there if I give him. And actually, theoretically, he's actually already in that block. So, I don't know. I need to keep an eye on the next train that comes through. This is something that's going to need me to just sit here for a bit and keep an eye on. Because he can't actually get... Oh, wait. Oh, I can make that a double slip, which actually, that'll solve my problem. Oh, and apparently that... Aw, I wanted to actually fix the problem. You're mean. You spoil my fun. Well, that actually does mean, though, that in order to get that guy back into the depot, I am actually going to need something a little further up getting back into this segment. Actually, let's put something connecting to there. Yeah, that'll get him back into the depot if I ever need to. And this whole thing is just ridiculously too much curvature, but let's squeeze it in as tight as I can. Because it'll be nice and fit the theme. And I mean, I could break it off like there and squeeze it in tighter, but that should be enough, and I'll verify that when he next comes out. But and actually, let's put a diamond in here if it'll fit in, so that trains from the other platform can also, or well, apparently it won't fit in, so I guess I won't. But I was going to do that so that trains on this platform could also use that instead of having to. Although now that there's a double slip there, albeit the slowest double slip ever, they can inch their way onto the main line there. They still can't get back in. So yeah, they would have to go the wrong way down that segment of main line. But I guess that'll work. Although actually, anything that's on that line would be pulling in from there, so they could just go there instead. So yeah, no, that still works. Anyway, this guy now has a bunch of coal, and he's only half full on logs. So let's see, his rate should be 800, because that's not producing full yet, but the coal is, and the lumber will be. So let's check your rate. Or the lines is 461, so no, we need to almost double it. In fact, with the fact that we'll then be reducing his power, we will need to straight up double it. So let's add, let's do the flat cars first now. So another 15 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another 15 of these as well. And yeah, now there's ridiculously no way that's going to make it in through that bit. So we could give it its own separate depot, or we could do something completely ridiculous for the sake of doing something ridiculous. And since I'm apparently in the mood for ridiculous, let's do something ridiculous. So we're going to put in a super tight bit there, which I took a little too far. So yeah, we're going to put in this ridiculous little bit of depot access. No, I did not say why? Like, I'm just impressed that it managed to draw in that small a segment of crack. I mean, like, genuinely. Yeah, between mouse issues and lag issues, oof. But yeah, and this does not have to be particularly fast. And actually, this could go either direction in terms of hooking up too. So, because we could either be picking it up that way or pick it up that way. But I think let's take something from there. No, just stay clicked for me, please. There you go. There we go. I think that's a suitably ridiculous bit of depot access. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, the coal bit of this guy is completely full up still. Yeah, and he's now over rate, which is awesome. Although with that, this would make sense to be much, much bigger. So let's see how far we can get this out. Probably only one more section before it hits the water. Yep. Although I could fairly easily, it wouldn't be much terrain adjustment to get in another. So let's just bump that out about there. Nope. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I need just a little bit more. Game, thank you. We'll just cut that little bit off entirely. And then I can just whack in once it updates. You know, actually, it's still got a little bit there. Yeah, I'm just going to whack this up to full. Well, actually, let's see. How long is the train? We'll make it just long enough for the train, which is length. 453, so that means it'll need 10 to 12 segments here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh wow, we can't go any further that direction. Actually, you know, this guy is fairly close to getting us one of the achievements, which is having a train that's longer than the max station length. So honestly, I'm tempted to just artificially inflate this train a little bit in order to get. Actually, actually, what we could do is ship the grain as well, and just stop using that boat line for the grain. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we could just get rid of that ship line and run the grain also into here and run it up and then upgrade the train that's running, or sorry, up and that's a road freight up to there, which actually that's antiquated at this point. We could just connect that to there, or probably connect it to there, run a road shuttle to connect it with this station, can add, no, you need an additional platform. Let's see, where could we come from? Actually, we could change this into just being a little station extender, just to there, and come out there, maybe? Yeah, no, that'd be too much of a squeeze. And I don't like removing fields if I can help it. There we go. Station extender up to here, and then run the ore that way. Yeah. Yeah, that'd do it. And then we could run the grain back into here, which should just regularly connect with a station here in this area. And then that would send the grain and the ore into here, where the ore would then go up this way, and the grain would just be consumed. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can get that in. We'll want a cargo terminus, a single track 240 meter ought to do us. I'd like the track on the other side, but it doesn't give you an option to do that automatically. Let's just see. Yeah, and that would connect up to a lot of the stuff. But yeah, we would still need a station extender, but that, although actually, is there a place that would connect up to? See, that almost connects all the way up. We could probably put in a no, I don't think we could quite get in a cut through it. Although, let's see. We could do that though. We could break this road down and force it to actually use this as part of the main road. And that would squeeze it in close enough to connect up to everything. So let's get that and just pop it in there. And then we'll just get rid of that. And now that connects up to all of that. And now let's just see if I can get this. We'll run from there to there. Just straight won't do us, but we can run from there out to there, and then straight into that junction. And then let's see if I run from there straight to there. Okay, apparently that's just too close in there to do anything with that. That's fine. Let's get rid of that bit entirely for a moment. That'll only break things a little bit. And then we'll run that straight in to there. And then we'll put this bit back in. And let's just see, does that do it? No, we'll still need a station extender, which, I mean, that's fine. It's a little annoying to have to do that, but sure, we can put in a quick station extender. And then this, actually, we can put this in at a better angle too. Yeah, have it angling in towards the track a little bit. We could actually put 2 bits on this too, because it does connect up to this full ridiculous network of ridiculousness. I mean, part of me thinks it would be more reasonable to have that there, but then getting the road through wouldn't work as nice. And it would be a lot more reworking. So now we'll just put this in here. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and just add the additional track just right the way up. Yeah, and this will basically just give me 2 more platforms that can hook up from my ridiculous section down here to the entire rest of the main line. And then, come on. And then if I invert these, it actually has the added effect of allowing me to then get in a, if I do it right, get in a double slip switch in there. That'll do. And then that can be a double slip switch, which will give both bits of the station access to both tracks. I mean, it slightly limits the capacity of the station in terms of throughput, but I find that it's worth it in terms of simplicity. And if it ever gets too bad, I can just rip this out and put in a proper diamond. But except for the fact that for some reason that does not want to be a double slip. So what we can do is not that. That's the opposite of what we want to do. What we want to do is bring that in, not with the too much curve. We want to bring that in like that, I guess. Yeah. And then let's see, does that fix it? What I don't get is that can't be a double slip, and I've had much, much tighter ones in the past that would let me make a double slip. But whatever. Let's come from this end. Oh, that'll do us. Yeah, there we go. And then, yeah, that'll let me make that a double slip. And what I can do is break off that little nub. And then instead of snapping to the main line, we'll just come straight into the station. Yeah, there we go. And so, yeah, that just gives us a nice, simple little thing there that'll serve both platforms. Anyway, so now we need to make sure we have a platform here that can accept it, which we currently do not. So we need another platform that's accessible from this. And so right now that would be here because it doesn't need to be a through platform. So we'll just need to add an additional platform off to the left. Actually, that could go much further in. Oh yeah, that was there mostly for the connection. So what we need to do is get track from here to split off. Come on. Come on. Apparently my mouse just spazzed out. Yeah, so we will do that. And then, unfortunately, that does mean that both of these trains are relying on that little bit, but let's see. This line has one train, and this new one might have a couple. And I doubt I could get in double track there, but let's try it. We know we can peel off. Let's see if we can just double it up instead and squeeze it through that little corner. I said I doubt it, but if I figured, but worth a shot. Yeah, we're gonna need to come from there and just peel off like that. And then we're gonna add another platform. I think I'm gonna extend the other one while I'm at it, make this new train a bit longer than the last one. So let's see, let's give it room to be decently long. So let's say that last train we made was 400, which needs 10. I doubt we're going to need that much, but we'll need definitely more than 3 or 4. Here, why don't we just take both of these down as far as they go, or at least fairly close to as far as they go. And after this station is clearly backing up, so we need to go through and rebalance some of the lines a bit. And I'm also thinking we might want to go ahead and make the main line down this way quad track and divert things off differently. But for now, let's just get this guy in, and then I'll go back and rebalance. Come on. Oop, we just got an error. Which just, okay, that's unusual. Usually an error message means that something broke in a way that it physically could not sort itself out. That's unusual. Oh, I bet you I know what it was. A train in the station probably accordioned, lost track of where it was going, then we re-updated it and it straightened itself out. Yeah. They might have actually patched this somehow since I last played. This was an error I notice a lot, is that a train would be in the station while you were upgrading it, and then the train would like scrunch in on itself and just, basically it would forget that it was in a station, and therefore it would quit loading, quit unloading, and not and it was already in the station, so it couldn't path to the station it's already in, but it also couldn't turn around and go to the next station. So it would just stick, and then you would have to go into it, manually flip it, wait for it to leave the station, manually flip it again so it could pull back in and load up, and then it would work again. And after just looking at this, I could probably continue adding more platforms out this way to this station if I need to as well. And yeah, so yeah, right now this station basically has 2 through platforms, 2 bypass tracks, 3 platforms that only go down towards Yamen, and 2 platforms that only go up towards this, which is just a beautiful bit of insanity. Which actually does go clear through to what's it called, Taichung. Which why did I even do that? Like, do I genuinely have any trains that go clear through from the core area right the way up to Taichung? Let's see. I have that one. Oh no, I do. I have. Oh yeah, I have one that takes goods that basically just crams its way through the entire mess and goes all the way up to Taichung. Okay, yeah, that's what that ridiculousness was for. That one little goods train. But honestly, though, it's worth it just because I don't know why. I love the chaos junction. I love things like this where it's a mess. It's an efficient mess, if that makes any sense at all. But anyway, though, did I put in that new line? Nope, I did not. I was too busy blabbing about my crazy junction work, with crazy being the operative word. Let's see, and then this is going to the new station here. And this is train freight Ankara or to Ankara hub. And then now time to convert that line into a station radius extender, which is going to be on this road here. And just because I'm going to have it be on either side of that T-junction. So we want full length only on one side. And we'll do smaller increments to line it up perfectly with that road. Actually, let's make it only length of 20 so that I can actually get in a back piece to make this a full loop. And then we'll switch it to be only the other side. Ooh, apparently, okay. No, that's fine. I can bring it out a little bit more like that. And hopefully I can just put the exit straight on. Oh, it actually is going to connect clear up, which is not what I wanted. That's fine. What I should be able to do, and hopefully this doesn't break it, is come into here, get a small street, and just draw it from there to there, and from there to there. And then now, let's see what happens if we add it now. Hey, there we go. Knew it would work. And let's just double check real quick. Yep, that connects up to that, and that connects up to that. And even though they both can connect to both of them, that'll work for this. So what we want is now take line 25, which, let's just make sure. Yeah, it's just going from there to there. And here, let's see. So it's picking up steel from there, ore from there, and coal from there, and running it up to here, where it is just dropping it all off. And at this end, it connects to there and there, which means that it should theoretically be able to also bring steel, coal, and ore back to balance the two bits. Theoretically. So yeah. Let's go ahead and just go back to managing the line. And we're just going to delete both of those. And instead, you're going to go from there to there. And just be that little loop, which that area is just going to flood, but oh well. And then we need something from there to there that can run. So we just need it to run ore and coal. We just need gondolas. So let's just get a train. Let's see. We're going to want to balance it based off of that one, the oil to hub, I believe, is the one that goes from there. Yeah, that's the main thing that's running on that middle line. So, oh, actually, no, we want it based off of the blue goods, which is this one, which needs to be up. This is, well, firstly, this guy needs to just be straight up duplicated, and secondly, it is power of 441. Okay, so about 450 to 14 of the older cars. Or so capacity 100. Actually, yes. Yeah, so this is 450 to 14 cars is the power ratio there. And we can grab from this depot and avoid, no, we can't. So yeah, we do have to grab from the ridiculous depot of ridiculous clutteredness. But yeah, we need a ratio of 450 to 14, which would be 600 to about 600 to 20. So yeah, we'll do. Oh, we just got new guys. Okay, so this guy is 460. It's actually less than the OB. It's faster though. Okay, yeah, this is when it gets worth going with fast stuff. Okay, you know what? We're gonna pause and we're gonna do a mainline overhaul because we have the money and we just need to go ahead and anything that hits the main line, basically from there all the way up to Xiamen, if it touches the main line, it got to go fast, which is going to mean a lot of rebalancing here because all of this and probably then some a little bit is going to need to be upgraded. So let's see, this guy is currently 189 and just barely coping. So yeah, these guys are each capacity 108. So let's manage this and we're gonna sell one of them and replace the other one with something that uses a class S with 200 cargo capacity for oil is the only thing that's carrying. So 7, so we'll want 29, I believe. Oh, no, we were using the bigger ones. Okay, yeah, that, okay, so 12. So 240 would be 20 of these. So we want -4, so 16. Yeah, and that brings us up to almost. So yeah. And this will now go faster and just generally take up less space on the line. And we're just going to go through and do that for all of these. But I'm going to leave my old stuff down in the corner here and for all the various little spur lines, both for my sentimental play style and for the fact that there's an achievement for having a train from the 1800s still on the rails in, I think it's like 2050 or something like that. So yeah, anyway. So this also needs rate of 2. So yeah, this is the same exact, basically the same exact story, except these guys are for goods. So sell you, yes. Replace you with modern boxcars, 16 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a class S. Because the SCHs are just honestly pathetic compared to the class S. I mean, yeah, they're about half the cost, but they're also, you know, half the power and way less speed. So, I mean, I know these are intended as passenger and these are intended as freight, but these are just better. Anyway, yeah, that should handle that goods line. And this is this is going to need a little bit more in terms of capacity, I believe. So yeah, let's manage the vehicles and let's see. Let's P these. Actually, you know, this is something that I prefer to do anyway, just because it gives me extra stuff. I'm gonna instead say for the rest of these, send to depot. Okay, apparently that guy can't for whatever reason, probably because he's going the other way. So I'm just gonna get rid of him then, because we don't desperately need to keep them, but I just prefer to. So let's give this guy 17 for now, as we can go back and rebalance. So 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is rate 423. So this has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus 15 is 75 times 7 would be 3 times 7 times 5. That's about 1,000 capacity. About. So yeah, this is definitely going to need to be split. This is going to need to be split up into 5 trains. So we're going to send as many to the depots, which is all of them. Okay. So Ankara Oil to Ankara Hub is going to need 5. So yeah, we're going to need to go in and get Class S with 16 oil tankers. And we're going to buy one of them and put it on that line. Ankara Oil to Ankara Hub. Then we're going to pull the line up and just duplicate it. And we'll need 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to really clog this area up for a while because we're going to have a ton of stuff trying to squeeze its way back into the depot and a ton of stuff trying to force its way out. But, yeah, actually, let's let it play for the rest of this while I'm doing this so that trains can start leaving and entering the depot. And in order to facilitate this depot access priority, we're going to add a signal right there. And no, what we really need is a signal right there. Although the first one didn't hurt, I guess. And also a signal right there. And if that can't be made a double slip. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, that'll let those guys start pouring out. Apparently, wait, what? There should be a ton of trains that we're trying to pour out of that depot. Oh, don't tell me they pulled from down here. Oh, no. Well, at least I got an achievement out of it. And apparently it unstuck itself, but, geez. Well, that's an inevitable problem. Okay, so these guys are going to be trying to muscle their way up the main. Where are you even trying to go? Oh, you're trying to get through. No. Bad. Bad. No. That's not allowed. You're going to come out of a stupid depot, at least come out of it in a sensible fashion and use the main line. Okay, well, now we know we shouldn't be. Okay, let's see. Oh, and you do genuinely need to get in there, don't you? Okay. Or, no, you don't. Oh, no, you're trying to get back into the depot. Okay. Okay, so instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to put that track back in, but we're going to put a one-way signal just for now, saying that they can only use it to enter the depot, not leave it. And yes, I know that's, terrible, ugly positioning, and yes, that's one way. So now you guys are going to get on using the main line, and you can just come in there and, shove your way back. Where? Oh, oh no. Huh. That's not gonna work. Uh, hmm. Can I make that? Yes, that is a double slip. But then, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do this differently. So I'm gonna do for now is that is not gonna be this. That is just gonna come clear across. And I love how I'm doing all of this just to put trains into a depot when I could 100% just, sell them. But, so much for, playing the game as a game, but whatever. It is genuinely useful, though, to have spare older rolling stock sometimes. And if I can get this. Okay, first we need to see if we can even get a switch out of here. And I think the answer is no, we can't. Not unless we can remove that switch. I get it to come from there. Nope. Okay, what if we instead then remove you, right? We take this from as far back as we can. And stop that. And we then take it out like this. Then we take it from there, and then we shove our way in here. Actually, no, if I'm reworking this, I may as well just do it this way. So, actually, let's just get rid of all of that. And what we can do is bring it from like there, and then just shove clear. Okay, we need to take it from a little further back, I guess. From there, not from there, and just it works instead of breaking. Just there we go. That's what I want. And then we'll make this a double slip. Yes. And then now we remove you, and for now we'll just leave that removed, but we'll put it back in later. So yeah, there we go. And I'm going to bet that a bunch of those are trying to jam their way down into that depot too. Yeah, I think before we do any more upgrading, we need to just give it a little bit of time to fix itself. Although, I gotta say, having these bigger trains out here is going to be quite the help to my over-congested railway. Yeah, and even though the faster trains are now sharing the line with the slower iron ore trains for this short section through here, I honestly think that's fine, because they're going to go much faster than the iron ore trains from here on out and keep pace with the other stuff. And so I guess they're just, yeah, this is fine. Oh, we got an error. Two things butt up against each other, which just no, why are you doing this? Yes, make that a double slip, just so that that idiot can get through. I need to make a couple of signals on the main line one way just to stop things like that. Yeah. See anything else that turned wrong way round on the main line? Okay, so we got signals up, or we've got at least a few one-way signals around here. I believe these ones are the one-ways. But we have a crossing in there. Why do we have a crossing in there? Oh, it was from an old station there. And we can't undouble slip that, so that's just acting as a regular. Okay. So that's probably... Nah, I don't know. He probably was just already back here in the section that was two-way, would be my guess. Yeah, these guys are now what's really slowing this section down. These older, smaller trains. Actually, what I can do to make even more of them go into depots nicely is just come down here at the other end of the line and go buildings, depot, and I'll just squeeze this in like there-ish. And then what I can do is I'll get them all collected up onto this, into this depot, and then I'll just make a single mega train out of all of it. All the extra rolling stock that winds up here. And then, which I am going to have to do this. Oh, boo. Okay. Let's see if I can finagle this. Sometimes it'll let you do things like this if you finagle it weirdly. Like get in even tighter there so it does a better, yeah, like that. I don't know why you didn't let me do, oh wow, huh. Well, if it's gonna let me put it in stupidly tight, I'll take it up on that. I am perfectly happy with it letting me glitch in a comically tight switch like that. I mean, okay, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous though. You know what? This is fine. This is perfectly fine. Anyway, so we're gonna go get back to anything that runs through here. So we got up to that one, which is that one's fixed. So we now need that one, which is the one that I was just getting ready to put in. So yeah, that, and it needs to come from here. So yeah, Ankara ore to Ankara hub is gonna need, let's see, we'll start it off with one of these with 16 of the modern gondolas. Yep. Oh, wait. Okay, so yeah, I have extra trains in here, so that's fine. And then we'll send that out on to Ankara or to Ankara hub. Yeah, and this section really has slowed to a crawl at the moment. Let's just make sure. Let's see. That guy is not actually blocked, but he doesn't have a signal. Okay, we need a signal here to unstick this area. So yeah, that'll help unstick it, and then let's add in a signal right the way up there. There we go. Now that guy will get out of the way. Hopefully, maybe? No, I think he's too long. Yep, this area is officially jammed. Well, actually, what we can do, flip you. I mean, you're going to have to take a nice scenic tour of the map, but you should, theoretically, if you can actually go. We need signals there and there. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe? No? Why not? So let's see. So you... okay, so that's what the problem was. That guy was pulling into his station, which now looks comically tiny with that massive, ridiculous train on it. You know, I might actually... Yeah, I'm actually gonna... Yeah, because that is ridiculous now. Although, you know what? For now, I'm gonna leave it, but if anybody's there in chat, remind me, once I've got all of the train depot madness, ridiculousness sorted out, that I need to go in and find a way to extend this station out a bit and then get that mess back in, because it's now stupidly too short for this mega train. But yeah, no, that guy should be fine now. Let's see. Yeah, we've still got the more that are going to try and muscle their way through into the depot. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to say, let's zoom. Oh, wait, I can't undouble slip that without putting something more on it. What I can do is say that they aren't allowed, if it'll actually, yeah, to say that they aren't allowed to use that bit, which will force them to repath, go through there, and across, which means that they should wait here until there's a gap, and then they'll shove their way across. Except, why has this now crawled to a standstill? This is becoming more and more of a ridiculous mess. Oh, that guy's trying to get back into the depot, isn't he? Yes, he is. Well then. Let's see. If I flip you around, can you pass to the depot on the other end? Nope, because you're going to buffer up to him and... Oh, wow. Okay. Sure. You really want to do that? Go right straight ahead. Who am I to stop you? Yeah, I did not mean for them to come in using that. And then try and shove their way across there. I love how I'm just gradually more and more just stripping out this depot access. Just because this area is just so chaotic. How sad is it that I'm seriously considering putting in a flyover for this depot access? Like, just because things keep coming down this way, just straight up put in a flyover, like maybe like through this station and then do a full-on flyover like that or something stupid. Yeah, because that depot's, it's on a good side of the track for them to enter or exit from, but not for them to enter from. You know what? See, so that guy's trying to exit, which is fine. Why are you not moving though? Okay, you are. Don't know why you were waiting so long, but probably waiting for that for some reason. And once the smoke clears, I should be able to fix that with a signal put in there, maybe? That'll at least help it budge up sooner, if nothing else. And then, okay, so yeah, we have nothing else coming out of this depot. Only stuff that's theoretically coming in. And actually, there's nothing assigned to go into this depot now either. So if we wanted to, we could theoretically remove and reposition this depot. I don't want to. But that being said, what I could do, instead of repositioning the depot, run the main line around it the other way. Yeah, that would work. Theoretically. It's probably hitting a signal. Or just coming at too shallow an angle. Probably just too shallow an angle. No, it's hitting that. No? No. For now, let's get all this depot access stuff back in. So yeah, that needs to go back in. And we want this back in. As tight as it'll go. And then from there, we're immediately going to peel off. And let's try and keep it at just barely 120. And we'll remove some of these extraneous signals so that we can squeeze the other line through. There we go. And hopefully this doesn't clip the building, actually. Yeah, that's totally going to clip the building. Well, then we're going to take it back to there. And that one's going to need to come back even further. But Well, it can come out at 85, which is as fast as we can go right now. So that's good enough, I suppose. And actually, since this section's never going to go above 50, that really doesn't much matter. So we can really go about as tight as we like. And pop in there. So yeah, and then it'll hook around that side of the depot. And then if I can get this to work nicely, I want it to come from just there, from this side of this signal, if my mouse will function, up to there where, okay, so it's not going to be able to do that. So let's come a bit nicer then. Yeah, that'll do. And then it's going to merge in. And if this were the modded, I would then just go ahead and upgrade that middle section to ballast only. But instead what I can do is chop it off like that. I said chop it off like, okay, from there, let's just go straight across. Just cut all of this, please. There we go. And then I can just break it off there. So now that will stay in. And all of the platforms that originally had access down this way still do. But now this, the depot access, is almost entirely separated from this. So yeah, that should do what I was wanting. So yeah, now we'll have a new signal there, a new signal there, and then now we'll block this up a bit. And there we go. So yeah, now this is officially connected up to the opposite side of the track via this. And I'm now going to go ahead and put back in most of the original stuff, because I did want to actually keep, you know, most of the like history of the area type stuff in, just because, you know, my whole overly sentimental play style. Yeah, that is going to connect into there. There we go. Although I think for actual function, not that, well, I can fix that easy enough. So that's going to reconnect real quick. If it functions, please. And then this is just going to, instead of having a regular switch there, is going to just shove its way across with a double slip, if my mouse will actually function for more than 5 seconds. Please. There we go. Let's bring it up a little further just to be extra confident that that'll make a double slip. There we go. And actually, now that this area is separate, we really don't need that extra track, but I said I'll leave it in just because I said history of the area type stuff. But now with these modifications, this would actually run separate to all this even without that. So anyway, let's go around and check for unreported clogs elsewhere. Yep, everything's moving, and I'm going to guess a decent... Yeah, we had 2 trains there, and we have more to replace still, so once we're done replacing, I'm going to just take all of that stuff and just modify and just merge it into one gigantic mega train that I'll then send down to this depot probably. Or I could send this... Well, that depot has nothing in it anyways, but yeah. I think this is going to be basically my main depot at this point, but I'm going to still keep the old one. Anyway, so we're through to that one. So now we need to do these 2. So yeah, these guys have a total of 18, which basically, so about 140-ish capacity. More like 120. So yeah, we'll just do, yeah, this should just be 1 train. Or actually, no, it should be about 20 wagons. I should probably split this in half so that the acceleration is actually, no, the acceleration shouldn't be too big a problem. So yeah, send both of those to the depot. Then from this depot, we're going to buy a new vehicle. One of these with 20 flat cars. Yeah, it was flat cars. And send it forth onto that one. And autosave. And it should be coming out now. And this one is 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 10. So that would be 40, which means I'll only... Wow, I actually won't... Geez, that... Wait, no. Oh, sorry, 40 cars times 7. Ugh. I'm tired. 280. So that would be 140 times 2. So yeah, we'll want 2 trains of 12 on this one. Oh, this guy flipped. No, you're going the other way. Or no, sorry, wrong thing. This guy needs to go the other way. What do you mean, no path? Sure, you can't get to that depot, but you should be able to shove your way across down to the other depot. No, there's no reason you can't get to the depot. What the heck are you talking? You can't get to the depot. That's a double slip. That depot is perfectly accessible, you stupid train. What is your problem? I'm just gonna put it on a random line. said put you on a random line, and now send you to, no. Here, yeah, let's put you on that line. You'll pull in, you can turn around, and then I'll send you to the depot. Because then you'll just go all the way down to the other end. There's probably just enough on the switch that it refused to go path that way or turn around. This is fine. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Okay. Anyway, I believe that was this one. And yeah, it doesn't have the stuff. So yeah, it needed 2 trains of 12. So, ooh, we just got a new thing. Oh, this one's even more, but less than 80. I want to keep the 80. So I need 12. And this is going to go on. Wait, no, not all of them. No. I don't want to send all of this stuff onto a line. Just this one onto that brown Yamen grain. And then I'm going to take that train as soon as it pops out, and I'm just going to say duplicate. There we go. And that's everything from that station fixed. So let's just go up and down the main line. You are heading for the depot. You are a new one. It's possible that we have something that's going like, that's just passing through that station. I don't think so, but we might. Actually, there's a simple way of checking that. Yeah, well, we do, but they all both stop at it one way or the other. And we have no way of anything using this section. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the entire main line going at 80 kilometers an hour instead of 50. And that should help with throughput at the station. Yeah, we still have stuff that's over full, but that should just be a matter of it being clogged, and it should work better once you've just given it time to run. Whew. That was eye melting. More, well, eye melting because screen brightness, but more brain melting than eye melting. Anyway, so yeah, that's all of that ridiculousness fixed. Before I deal with that, let's see, I got that hooked up proper, that hooked up proper. Now making the steel can come back to here, where it can then, well, it can't get loaded on that, but it could if that wanted it to, which is good enough for me. And then, but the steel can make it here, and it can be loaded onto that, but it just doesn't have a need to because we haven't run that train the rest of the way up yet. So let's do that real quick. And let's see. Yep, and we should be able to squeeze in this station, maybe. We can squeeze it in just barely there. And I'm going to probably make this bit of road a bridge. Let's cut it off using some track. No, I don't want, I want track, cut it off. Chop it off there. And we want it chopped off about there. And that shouldn't actually break anything, but it's still better to put the basic road infrastructure back into place. And then this is going to just, where's the other bit of it? Oh, up there. So yeah. Yeah, it actually plows basically straight into a tunnel. Let's see. It does get cheaper lifting it up a bit more though, and that should push back the tunnel a bit. So I'm going to keep, oh, that's maximum archedness. That does theoretically push that back a smidge. And then the bridge is just going to be basically forcing its way over that little bit of tunnel. Honestly, it might be better to just have the road go back around a little bit. But whatever, we're going to see if we can get a bridge in here. Let's make it curvy. And arch it to the max. Nope. So then we're just going to come around like about so. Yeah, just do that, and then that. There we go, and now the road just dips back in around behind the tunnel, and we're just going to smooth that off a little bit so it doesn't look quite as weird. I mean, it'll still look weird, but not quite as weird. Just get rid of that sharp edge. There we go. Yeah, and that station just plows straight into the tunnel, goes straight under that bit of mountain. And yeah, and then now we need to get this line, manage the line, and after there, it will then continue on up to there. And let's see what the rate is, because we need it to have, theoretically not rate 800, but we need a decent amount of rate, a lot more than that. Let me put it this way. And actually, since this is going completely on its own bit of line, we can afford to make this a faster, more powerful train. So yeah, let's send you back to the depot. And because this is single track, we need to follow it and make sure it has made it all the way back in before we bring out a new train. Oh, wow, and this is one of the real old ones, I believe, too. Or I think this might have been a very old engine that we reused for this. But yeah, so I think we're going to use that super powerful 70 kilometer an hour one, just because we can. And I suppose that's enough reason. And it's just going to shuttle back and forth a big long line of state cars, picking up logs and steel, then turning the logs into planks, and then running that the rest of the way down. And actually, no, it'll need more than 800 rate, though, or about 800 rate, because that'll be receiving logs from 2 places. So it'll need more than 800. Yeah, this thing's going to need to be huge. Yeah, this has got 105 at 50, 105, and that was about 250 rate. So we're going to want at least 400 capacity. Yeah, that sounds about right. At least 400. So yeah, we're going to get the stupid big engine with 400 capacity. And that should do it. And this guy should be able to nip across there once he's out of the way, I hope. Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to, because that was the whole point of messing about with this, is to make it so that it's much easier for stuff to get in and out here. Although I don't like that he's preferring doing that. But anyway, though, we can now put that new train on. So we're going to get these until we have 400 capacity. It's going to be a lot. That's good enough. And one of these. And that's the line. And just to make sure that stuff's good there, we'll whack that signal in. Why are you not just ducking across real quick? Probably needs to be a signal there for the blocking. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so that guy's going to inch across all that slow track. And then once he's gotten up there, he's going to start picking up speed. Yep, there we go. Okay. And actually, we don't need that bit anymore because actually no, I'm gonna okay, so it's that bit that we don't need. Okay. See, I'm just gonna say, oh no, oh good. Okay, that's ridiculous, but sure. I suppose I'm fine with that. So long as you can sort yourself out, which you can. Okay, let's see. Do I want to hook that into here? I kind of think I do. Now the question is, do I want to oh yeah, that's why I was going to do it. I wanted to make that guy even longer so that I get the achievement and actually have a reason for doing it. Yeah. Now the question is, do I want to just send the same train on up to another station here, or do I want to have some trucks shuttle it down? Yeah, I think I'm going to have the same train continue on up. So yeah. And this station is going to be fairly small, but that's fine though, because theoretically this station would only actually be loading like the last, like either the first or last few cars, depending on how you look at it. So it wouldn't really matter so much that there wasn't much actual platform space. And I'm actually going to use this station so that I can have it be a little longer and still connect with that, because I can then just whack in a bigger building and connect straight up to the road there. So yeah, we're going to get the medium. Actually, let's just, apparently we need the large, okay. Well, I think I'm going to go with this large one. Yeah, because that'll get me the path connection, I believe. Oh, apparently it doesn't want to connect. Okay. Fine then, be that way. I will just draw in a road to those small bits then. Come on, you. From there, across to there, and a little bit from there that's just going to dip down like that. And there we go. And that's got you hooked up, and then this line needs to extend on, and I'm going to need to add even more wagons to it. So after there, it continues on up to there, and then heads on back. And theoretically, you could pick up that in either order, but I think the coal is more important than the grain. Yeah, because I've got less coal than I need to supply the steel plant, so I can't afford to waste any of it. And then this guy, which is just stupidly big at this point. Oh, why are you waiting up there? Oh, what the? No! Just no. 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 I'm gonna have to continue further constraining this guy because he is just ridiculously determined to do the wrong thing. So I'm gonna have to put one-way signals there and there saying that no, you can't leave your bit of line. He's just bound and determined to duck onto the main line and cause trouble. No. Anyway, though, I'll probably want like a couple more of the state cars just because he's moving yeah, I'm going to want a couple more state cars because he's just going to be going a bit further, and so he's going to need a little bit more. And then just like probably another 15 to 20 of these. There we go. There's the achievement. And actually, with all of that, this guy definitely is going to need a back engine. Actually, what we can do is grab a couple of engines from the depots. Oh, I wanted to add it. I probably did, yeah. So yeah, we're going to remove those wagons and move that guy up. There we go. And then, yeah, mediocre is more than good enough. And I'm going to just chuck all of these wagons onto just the one train. And then I'm going to select everything in the depot and just combine it all. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to clear the wagons off of this top one. And then I'm just going to move all of the engines up. And then I'm going to, after that, I'm going to move all the wagons up as well. Yeah, this is one thing that I don't like about their new scroll method is that it updates the beginning every time you modify it, instead of just, you know, when you first clicked the new train. But I will say I'm glad that they made it skinnier so that it didn't like jump you around while you were working, because it would actually change the thickness of this thing when the scroll bar appeared or disappeared. But I really don't like the fact that the scroll bar or the train jumps around on you now. It makes an already tedious process of modifying consists just that little bit more irritating. So, yeah. devs, if by some strange coincidence you for some reason watch this not particularly great video, see what I mean about how annoying this can be, and please fix it. But yeah, though, yeah, I think that once I've gotten this done, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream about there. Just because I do need to get to bed at some point here. But yeah. See, all of this stuff needs to get moved up. And this is definitely gonna take a while. So, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that nobody who's in the stream particularly wants to see me spam clicking. So I'm gonna stop the actual game progression and go ahead and log off here. And all I'm gonna do before you get back is I'm gonna get all the depot trains merged up into one thing so that it's not, you know, such a pain to work with. And I think I'm going to have a depot train for each depot, but it's all going to be lumped up together. So, yeah. Anyway, according to YouTube, I've had one viewer this entire time. So whoever you are, if this is not just a YouTube glitch, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you didn't hate it too much. And bye, I guess. Hopefully see you again soon. So long. And I just waved when the camera's off. Wow. Anyway, bye.